Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. In this video, I'm briefly going to discuss shareholder requirements under current Thai law with respect to corporations in Thailand and the possibility of possible future single shareholder entities in Thailand, as that's been discussed here recently as a possibility in the future. So just as sort of a prelude, please understand I'm an American attorney. I have Thai counterparts here at the firm. They're Thai licensed attorneys, Thai accountants, corporate services folks, admin folks. These folks are going to deal with a lot more of this on a day-to-day basis. I deal with a lot of amity certifications under the provisions of the U.S.-Thai Treaty of Amity. So I come upon some of this information in sort of the course of doing what my component part of dealing with some of our client matters is. But that being said, one of the formal requirements, and in a lot of ways, Thai corporate law is much more formalistic than when compared to, say, U.S. law or presumably UK law that I'm aware of when it comes to corporations here in Thailand. One of the formalities under Thai law is that companies must have a minimum of 3 shareholders in order to be considered formally viable for incorporation. Now, it should be noted that up until the turn of the millennium, it used to be that it was required that all companies had 7 shareholders. That was changed pursuant to the provisions of what later became known as the Foreign Business Act, as amended. And basically, the 7 shareholder requirement is now no longer a requirement. Now it's a 3 shareholder requirement. But that being said, 3 shareholders is the formal minimum. It is what's required in order to incorporate a Thai corporation. So leaving that aside, there has also been discussed the possibility in recent news articles that I've read of allowing the incorporation of so-called single shareholder limited companies here in Thailand. Now, this would reflect overall trends in, say, the United States and other Commonwealth jurisdictions, which are allowing things like limited liability companies to go ahead and have member managed or manager managed or single, just essentially what used to be called sole proprietorships, but with limited liability. LLCs are can essentially just be an individual person cloaked in limited liability, depending on the laws of the given jurisdiction in the United States. Thailand has been it seems like the various government officials are toying with this idea. But that being said, in virtually every discussion I've seen where this has come up, it appears that if this were to happen, at least initially, such entities would only be available to those of Thai nationality. Now, this is somewhat similar to other situations where essentially, effectively, only a Thai national can enjoy the use of a legal construct in Thailand. And there are things like certain unregistered and registered partnerships, as well as sole proprietorships. Those are only going to be, effectively, are only going to be enjoyable by a Thai national. But that said, it has been discussed to have a single shareholder limited company here in Thailand. Whether this comes to fruition or not remains to be seen. But as it sits right now, 3 shareholders are currently the formal requirement and the legal requirement in order to go ahead and incorporate a limited company. Those seeking amity certification for said company, again, are still going to need to deal with all the incorporation requirements pursuant to Thai law. So again, it doesn't look like this is going to change anytime in the near future. We'll obviously have an update on this channel if it does. But as of now, currently, single shareholder limited companies are possible. They've been discussed, but as of yet, it has not been promulgated as Thai law, so it remains to be seen.